Like, I need to turn things up to a 10. And I believe that's why you're here too. Because you want to be at a 10. Because nobody tells the 7 stories.
He has this way of being so accessible in what he's talking about, but clearly from a big-hearted place. And he makes room for everybody to be in the front row of his story. That also feels like my story. That connection was very powerful.
The framework that he put up there was great. That side of my brain, really appreciative of what he's bringing, and then the other side of my brain, just loving his rapping and his singing and just how full of positive energy he is.
I am so inspired by the entire speech, and he's such a good orator. The entire time I was completely glued to the main stage, not being distracted by anything.
I also really appreciated Mohan singing. Loved the lyrics. I tried to write a lot of them down. Just appreciated the energy and the personality, and it was fun.
Was awe-inspiring. I was sitting there and just taking notes. And I think if we just all just understood that we share space on a planet and we're just a little kinder to each other and more accepting of each other, wow, what a world, huh?
We have to be able to remix our blueprints, the way that we hire, the way that we communicate, the way that we measure.
The fact that he was able to incorporate music and poetry and language that we could all kind of relate to and like think through how to be a transformative leader. I thought it was very motivational and just inspiring. It's a really good framework to think through how to be at a 10 versus a 7.
Because there are countless people out there who are waiting to hear our stories. Because our stories can give them the courage to get in the game.
He has this line about finding joy in protest, and I just thought that is what we can do. I can show up with joy in a protest. You know, like, come at me. Like, I am full of joy moving this thing forward. I can do that for a long time.
According to this study, one of you feels engaged enough at work to do something about it. Now, sure, we could try to double that number, but that's a 7 story at best. But the planet deserves better.
So it's more hustle for the love blessed. Bring the joy back to protest. If it ain't for the love, then I won't step.